according to doctors, do get excited because there is hope. Just look at these people. Tell your friends about these people. If they pass phase 3, then we can officially beat COVID and go back to shaking hands, to following tradition, to attending concerts, and to flying freely anywhere we want. Life can go back to normal when we find the vaccine.
That's right.
Give us hope.
This video is going to be very different from the last video I posted. On the last episode, I was a little misinformation about how do we end this pandemic. It could have been failed. This episode is going to be opposite. I'm not gonna play Knockout Kings 2000 game. I apologize. I'm not very entertaining on this episode. Today's episode is very serious. I was not informed, and I'm going to show you some things, and I need to share you some things that I found out about COVID. Then we talked about let's end this pandemic. And it is very serious. And a lot of people here don't know about this. Hello, I'm John Good. I'm going to talk about COVID facts and precautions. What is COVID-19, you might ask? Coronavirus is a deadly virus. COVID-19 is a new disease caused by a novel or new coronavirus has not previously been seen in humans. Because it is a new virus, scientists are learning more each day. Although most people who have COVID-19 have mild symptoms, COVID-19 can also cause severe illness. The COVID-19 is thought to spread mainly through close contact from person to person, including between people who are physically near each other within about 6 feet. People who are infected but do not show symptoms can also spread the virus to others. Well, according to the CDC, here are the most common symptoms of COVID-19. Fever, cough, headaches, fatigue, muscle or body aches, loss of taste or smell, sore throat, nausea, and diarrhea. So according to the CDC, here are the list of the symptoms about COVID. Fever, cough, headaches, fatigues, muscle or body aches, loss of taste or smell, sore throat, nausea, and diarrhea. All of the symptoms will be affected by COVID. If you stuck on COVID, hopefully you get to quarantine, and we're going to send you on the Zoom. All of his cases is going to, and to tell you, these cases are going to be more unlimited. All of it, and all the variants, all the variants are unlimited. All the vaccines are unlimited. And all of these cases, rising cases is bad news, and rise vaccinations. That's good news. This is you just keep talking about this because this is just a nightmare. This hope year is a failure. So, and to tell you, and to say, let me just show you my update. Cat vs. the Giants is canceled due to the copyrighted music and copyrighted lines from Flash Gordon from Filmation, owned by Hearst. That's not awesome. It might not be recommended from And this Cat versus the Giants will eventually be renamed into the. We're going to change the characters, and we will not going to call it Being the Merciless whatsoever from JGN. Yes, this is just bad news. This is bad news. Let me tell you. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you Stacey. Let me tell you. Well, I'm gonna see you. And to tell you, if you haven't seen the COVID PSA video, I will. So check out the Vimeo link in the description under the video. So anyway, I want to tell you, I did not diagnose with COVID. 100% wrong. And then no one's gonna get it. No one's gonna get rid of it. 100% wrong. That is really outdated. And if you know about COVID, if you know you test as positive for COVID, go watch the PSA.
The next morning I woke up and I went into the bathroom and I went to wash my hands and I couldn't smell the soap. So I knew that when I couldn't smell the soap that I most likely had COVID. So I had to call the Kennedy Krieger hotline and I had to tell them that I had lost my smell and that my husband tested positive for COVID. And so they sent me for testing and I had to stay in my house until my test. But I got my results the next day and I came back positive for COVID. So my family had to drop off groceries to us. And it was definitely different. You know, you felt very isolated and yeah, it wasn't fun.
Hello, I'm John Good, and let me tell you about how we wash your hands. First, turn on the water and wet my hands. And then next is use a little bit of soap and scrub my hands thoroughly. With palms, thumbs, fingers, and back. And under the nails. Scrub my hands in about 20 seconds. Sing happy birthday twice. And rinse the soap under the water. Next, turn off the water and dry the hands. This is how we wash your hands. Well, according to the CDC, here are some important ways to slow the spread of COVID-19. Wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth and help protect and others. Stay 6 feet apart from others who don't live with you. Get a COVID-19 vaccine when it's available to you. Avoid crowds and poorly ventilated indoor spaces. Wash your hands often with soap and water. Use hand sanitizer if soap and water aren't available. So everybody has a question. When do you wear a mask? And I was like, how do you wear a mask? So the question is, they don't know because I just got a mask and it's around here somewhere. So if you know what we're going to watch, if you wear a mask, you must cover your mouth. I just didn't remember what I'm talking about, but so in about a year later, the JGN lottery has a Vax Cash sweepstakes contest. If you get full, so I have some good news. We have the vaccines has finally arrived, and it was only a chance to win a Vax Cash over 20, or you can win up to $2 million when you get fully vaccinated. So, if you got fully vaccinated, which one of these vaccinators were going to win up to $2 million per person who get vaccinated? if you know about this, so John, can you just wear a mask? Can you just watch the mask video? Well, that's okay, but let's just watch the PSA.
Hi, everyone. It's really important to wear your mask properly. So the best way to do it is to get your mask by the corners, loop it over your ears, pull it down, and then make sure you can, if you have a little nose piece, you squeeze the nose piece so it covers your nose well and your chin. When you take it off, you want to make sure you don't touch the mask part. So you want to pull it off over your ears and make sure you keep it away from you.
So that's how we're gonna do it, because the mask is very important. If you get COVID, if you stuck on COVID forever, if you got weak, you go to heaven and die. Please don't die. Just stay safe. John, you just kept talking about this. Did you just talk to somebody else? Well, we have some good news. Tomorrow it will be a episode number 3 of Punch Your Face the Knockout Kings 2000 series Battle of a Virus special. And this is going to be very excited because, and I have to tell you, because we have some good news. The Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration must go on. His celebration must go on, and all of the people have lifted the restrictions. The state of emergency has been lifted. That's good news. But this case is still up there. I'm gonna tell you, yeah. So I was feeling a little upset about the Dr. COVID has been taking over JGN. That's no good. And then Christopher and then my brother went to the road, and I was just a little upset about this ghetto-ish place. Has 2 restaurants has been closed. I think we're gonna close the rest. It will be shut down to business, and we're all gonna be abandoned world of our town. John, I was feeling a little ticked about all about this place. I was feeling a little angry about how do we reopen the restaurant, because this restaurant is unbelievable. These restaurants are totally unclosed. I was feeling a little upset about my family. So, like, John, you just talked about it. John, you just talked about this. John, you just kept talking about this. So, are you sure we're gonna start the 3rd episode for about on Monday? Yes, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Right, John, you just talked about this. Are you sure this is gonna be the end of it, or the end of this video, or not? Yes. So, if this pandemic's over, this will be a normal world of the original content station of JGN. But I'm to say this, I lost the revenue, so to say, this is it. So, you know what, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is the ending chapter of the original content station of JGN. And, yeah, I really cared about the reason.